Angel Reese is the most unskilled basketball player in the history of basketball, in my opinion. She has no skills. She has energy. She has an attitude. She'll rebound you the basketball. Great.
This could be one of the most shocking breakdowns we've witnessed on a basketball court. Angel Reese had such a tough game that even her own coach couldn't hold back from pointing out the issues. She missed all 8 of her shots, committed 5 turnovers, and collected rebounds that many critics dismissed since they mostly came from her own missed attempts. But what made things even more unexpected was Coach Marsh's candid admission about the team's struggles after the game.
Coach Chicago Sky head coach admits Angel Reese mistake.
In the article, Coach Marsh admitted that the offensive strategy wasn't effectively designed for Reese and the other post players. He emphasized the importance of creating better opportunities for them and pointed out that Reese's shot attempts seemed forced and hurried. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks. So, how did things spiral to this point? Let's break down exactly what went wrong for Angel Reese in that game.
Second-year star Angel Reese had a nightmare game on offense. She sent 0 for 8 shooting, with her only 2 points coming on a pair of free throws. The point forward also committed 5 turnovers.
Angel Reese's stats painted a clear picture. She went 0 for 8 from the field, committed 5 turnovers, and recorded 12 rebounds, 8 of which came from chasing down her own missed shots. To make things worse, her defensive impact was lacking. Despite being one of the tallest players in the league, Caitlin Clark actually has a higher block percentage, underscoring just how much Reese is falling short on both offense and defense.
Guys, 26 minutes. Almost 20. Let's just call it 27 minutes. When you're at 26:56, we're calling it 27 minutes. 0 from 8 for the field. 8 offensive rebounds. Don't worry, we'll get to the video. 12 rebounds, 5 turnovers, 2 points. Why can't Angel Reese ever block a shot? Question mark. I'd love to understand that.
For a player once hailed as Chicago's next big star, this performance completely changed the story. Reese entered the season with high expectations, seen as a second-year talent poised to become a cornerstone of the franchise. Instead, this game marked an unexpected turning point that few saw coming.
Stop that nonsense about these rebounds. What good are rebounds what good is rebounds if you can't come back and make a shot or pass the ball back out? She finally passed the ball back out.
The trouble began early and only escalated from there. In the first quarter, Reese was positioned perfectly under the basket with no defenders around her. She missed the layup, got the rebound, and missed again. That moment set the tone for the rest of the game. Just take a look at this sequence.
Bench. Also with the miss, Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block.
Oh, God. At least she finally passed the ball out. Oh, my God.
Analysts described it as disastrous, and fans wasted no time clipping the moment and spreading it across social media. The backlash was immediate and harsh, with many calling her performance unplayable and historically poor. It wasn't just the missed shots, it was how each one seemed to build on the last, growing more deflating with every attempt.
She still has the same bad habits as last year. She still has all the same flaws as last year.
What makes those 12 rebounds so misleading is that most came from her own missed shots. At first glance, grabbing double-digit rebounds looks impressive, but a closer look tells a different story. 8 offensive boards in one game would typically indicate dominance in the paint, but when they mostly come from missed layups, it casts doubt on her efficiency and shot selection.
She does get rebounds, so she can't actually rebound the ball. What she cannot do is shoot the ball at all, and the same woes from last year are back.
These rebounds weren't contested battles in the middle of the action. They were second and third chances that repeatedly ended in disappointment. The crowd's silence after each miss spoke volumes. By the second half, Reese seemed to be battling herself just as much as the opposing defense. Another miss, another scramble, and yet another missed opportunity.
Angel Reese, offensive rebound. Jonquel Jones blocks Angel Reese. Offensive rebound. Jonquel Jones blocks Angel. 1 foot layup. 1 foot layup. Offensive rebound, misses layup. Offensive rebound, misses layup. Offensive rebound.
The criticism extended beyond just this one game. Even before the matchup, some analysts had doubts about whether Ree had put in enough off-season work to improve her mechanics and finishing at the rim. Her missed layups and turnovers only seemed to reinforce those concerns. The narrative quickly shifted from viewing her as a rising star to questioning her preparation and focus. The discussion turned to whether she was truly ready for the demands of the WNBA or if she still needed more development.
Her defenders, you can't be. You can't defend this. And look, this ain't the first time. We know it's not the first time. This is just the first time that all the clouds aligned and there was no points.
Watching the game wasn't just difficult because of the stats, it was the overwhelming sense of disbelief. One viral social media post captured the mood perfectly, saying, "She just tries and tries to drop the ball. It's like she literally can't catch a break." The atmosphere in the arena grew heavy with each missed chance, making the team's comeback seem increasingly unlikely. Reese played 29 minutes without making a single field goal, and as the final buzzer sounded, all eyes were on her struggles. But as things settled, the conversation shifted. Was the collapse solely on Ree, or was the team's offensive system at fault? Coach Marsh provided some clarity after the game, admitting, "I've got to do a better job getting the ball to our post players." He highlighted the team's failure to effectively involve both Reese and Camila Cardoso.
"I've got to be better at getting the ball into our post players," Marsh said via Chicago Sky. They basically showing the tweet there. Cardoso finished 3 of 8 shooting for 6 points. Fans on social media agreed that Marsh needed to help his post players. Angel and Camila deserve better. Jeff P got icy hot, and Bengay team, they are not playing through their bigs.
That kind of accountability from a coach is uncommon, especially after a tough night where his star forward couldn't score. Coach Marsh went even further, highlighting Reese's difficulties with decision-making whenever she had the ball in her hands.
He believed part of Reese's problem on Thursday was that she rushed her attempts. So let's read this one, man. "Some of her shots were rushed," Marsh said via Jason Leeser of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And let's be clear, these issues have come at a steep price for the Chicago Sky. The bigger picture is even more concerning. They've been outscored by 60 points across their last 2 games. This isn't just a slump, it's a full-blown meltdown. Coach Marsh acknowledged the problem, saying, "We shot the ball decently from 3 tonight, but our efficiency in the paint wasn't great." The numbers back this up. In one loss, the Sky shot only 29% from the field and struggled to finish inside despite creating open looks for a post player like Ree, who thrives on rhythm and a well-structured offense. The disorganized play made each possession difficult, and when Reese did get the ball, it was often late in the shot clock or in a crowded paint, leading to rushed shots and missed chances.
And the Sky's 29% shooting was an issue for Chicago in their 93-58 loss to the Indiana Fever on Saturday. Poor offense and defense caused a 99-74 defeat to the New York Liberty during Thursday night's home opener in front of 9,025 fans at Wintrust Arena.
Even though Coach Marsh openly admitted the system didn't support the Stars, it doesn't change the fact that Reese still has to perform on the court. The pressure is on her to finish plays and lead by example, even when the offense is struggling. But with the Sky in free fall and the spotlight growing more intense, the conversation is beginning to shift. People are looking past just the X's and O's and starting to wonder if there's something deeper going on with Reese, something beyond missed shots or poor spacing. That's when the backlash really begins to intensify.
It was a weird one. It was a really, really weird one, and you're seeing fans turn on her. You're seeing fans turn on Angel Reese. I've never seen the Angel Reese hate watch be like this. I'm hearing Sky fans. I'm hearing Sky fans. I'm hearing Angel fans being like, you know what? She needs to do something about the layups. And that is a fact.
What's really catching everyone's attention now is how fans are responding to Angel Reese's struggles, and whether her off-court life is starting to overshadow her performance on the court. The conversation has moved beyond missed layups and turnovers. Fans are questioning if Reese's focus is where it should be, with some pointing to how often she appears on TikTok or lands brand deals, wondering if that's impacting her growth as a player. After her 0-for-8 shooting night and 5 turnovers, the criticism intensified, with social media buzzing with comments about her priorities.
Lost by 35 and then 25. Trash. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow's right. Angel Reese is absolute trash. 0 for 8. What superstar really does that? Meanwhile, 20 points per game is somewhere in Mexico, autographing and kissing fans' breasts.
Much of the frustration stems from how visible Ree has become off the court. She's everywhere, partnering with brands, attending events, and engaging with fans online. Some see this as a positive, believing her off-court presence helps boost the WNBA's profile and attract new supporters. However, others see it as part of the problem. A common sentiment on Twitter is that Reese should be spending more time studying film and practicing drills instead of focusing on her influencer activities. The comparison to Caitlin Clark is hard to ignore. Fans often praise Clark for her relentless work ethic even after a tough game, while Reese's dedication is frequently questioned. To some, Clark represents focus and resilience, while Ree is seen as distracted and less committed.
You do have Sky fans that are turning on Tyler Marsh. They're screaming that Kennedy Carter should be back on the team. Angel Reese should be off the team. It is getting, what's the saying in baseball?
The backlash has been harsh. People aren't just analyzing her stats, they are making it personal. Some fans have even labeled Reese a wannabe influencer, accusing her of not putting in the work to improve her shooting or step up as a leader on the court. There are posts suggesting she might be out of the league if she doesn't turn things around. However, it's important to keep in mind these are isolated opinions, not the entire fan base. Still, the disappointment is widespread and undeniable. When Reese was drafted, she was expected to be the player who could revive the Sky. Now, after performances like this, some are saying she's become more of a liability than a savior.
The Sky to come out and just force feed Camilla the ball. Cause I feel like we ain't even got a chance to see what.
Not when she playing soft, bro. Like you gotta earn those opportunities.
That's my thing. I told him, Reese, you were here. I'm like, I don't think they want to give her the ball. They don't trust her.
But why?
Because every time we play, have you seen, like, literally since this season started, every time she gets the ball, it's like, oh my god.
The social media reaction has been sharp and intense. One recurring comment during the game was that Angel and Camila deserve better because they are not getting enough touches in the paint. The frustration isn't just about Reese's missed shots, it's about the entire team dynamic and how the system appears to be letting down the players it should be supporting. Fans are also frustrated by the lack of leadership improvement, with posts like, "You had the whole offseason to fix your shooting mechanics, and this is what we get," capturing the overall sentiment. There's also a feeling that her talent is going to waste, with discussions arguing she's not using her platform to grow into the player everyone hoped she would be. From the perspective of a Sky fan, Angel Reese is the worst basketball player I've ever watched. But it's not all negative. Some fans and analysts believe a strong personal brand can benefit both Reese and the league by attracting sponsors and new viewers. There's no clear evidence that her off-court activities are causing her struggles on the court. The real issue is that with expectations so high, every missed shot and turnover is heavily scrutinized. All of this has made Reese's recent performance feel like more than just a bad game. It's become a pivotal moment. Fans and critics alike are now forced to reevaluate what the future holds for one of the league's most talked about young stars.
Coming from a Sky fan, Angel Reese is the worst basketball player I've ever watched. Woo. Woo. They can't stand Tyler Marsh. Think he ought to get run out. And let's just start here. Let's start here. Worst plus minus.
With all eyes on Ree, the pressure continues to mount. Coach Marsh didn't just acknowledge that the offense failed her, he also promised to improve spacing and prioritize getting the ball into the post for the next game. That next matchup is a real opportunity for Ree to regain her rhythm and prove what she's capable of when the system supports her. So, here's the question. Will Marsh's promised changes help Angel break out of this slump? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for the next Sky Breakdown.